Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I would like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. So, ladies and gentlemen, news that we have right now is that RAILA Odinga's bodyguard, Maurice Ongetta, was released at 1 a.m. midnight. According to the allegations, is that he was left in the middle of the road in Ruai. And this information was given out by Philip Etale, who is the ODM's communications director. So Maurice was released from custody. And you remember yesterday, there was a directive to Koome and to Kindiki to produce Maurice Ongetta in any court in Kenya. That means they could even produce him in Samburu, Mombasa, Kisumu, Kisii, anywhere, literally anywhere. So in a tweet that Etale said that a few minutes to 1 a.m., and driven while blindfolded and left in the middle of the road in Ruai towards Kangundo Road. So what this tweet says is that Maurice Ongetta was blindfolded, left at a place in the middle of a road in Ruai. Just like I said, the High Court had on Friday ordered police to produce Ongetta before any court in the country. Justice Ellen Mugambi issued the directive following a suit filed by Ongetta's brother Christopher Onyango Ongetta and certified as urgent on Thursday. So this is what the judge said in his ruling, that pending the hearing and determination of this application inter partes, a right of habeas corpus is hereby issued directing the second respondent to produce Maurice Ongetta before a court of competent jurisdiction in Nairobi or any other court within the Republic of Kenya for an inquiry into the issue of his detention. That is what the judge ruled. So according to the accusations, it was reported that the unknown assailants, suspected to be police officers, accosted him on his way to work from home on Wednesday morning. He was allegedly flagged down and then bundled in his own car, the boot of his own car. So you remember Raila Odinga sent a direct tweet to William Ruto to release Ongetta. That tweet was shared, I think, on the night of Friday. That is when Raila Odinga sent a tweet soon after disclosing the reason why he had disappeared from the public, because he was nursing a dangerous flu. That is what Raila Odinga said. And he has not come to the public yet. And there was information again that he is still not well. And his doctors had advised him that he still needs to keep off from the public. Remember, this is a public figure because he interacts with so many people. If he has a dangerous flu, I think the best thing is just to have himself isolated and nurse it. I remember like the case of Uganda, Museveni, when Museveni caught coronavirus, I think a couple of like a month or 2 months ago, Museveni had to be isolated from the public until he recovered fully. That is when now he started mingling with the public. And again, even after that period of isolation, he still was not mingling directly. He's still a bit cagey on whether to interact with the people directly for fear of contracting that viral infection to the public. So I think Raila Odinga is right to keep himself isolated from the people, because that will ensure that the people who love him so much do not get affected by this dangerous flu that he has said that he's suffering from. So just like you remember, Ongetta is among individuals and leaders allied to the opposition chief who were this week nabbed in connection with the 3-day anti-government protests which ended on Friday. So all these things are just coming out at the time when maandamano imeisha. So I think, like just like I said previously, the idea was to contain Raila Amolo Odinga. So how were they going to achieve it? First, they were to deprive him of his security. First of all, they withdrew the police security. The second, they withdrew his personal bodyguard. Then third, I think Raila Amolo Odinga's aid was also withdrawn. So all these were probably to try to establish the whereabouts of Raila Amolo Odinga, and second, to cripple his movement. So this was successful, but even though we also understand that Raila Amolo Odinga is unwell, but the idea, according to the planners, the idea, according to them, was to deprive Raila Amolo Odinga from free movement. Because being a public figure, if you deprive him of his security, all the security, that means you are literally trying to deter him from moving freely. Even though we know that Raila Amolo Odinga has the people as his number one security. But then there was this talk of, I don't know, OSP. That is the team that Raila Amolo Odinga had said that was unleashed. That was the planners were planning to unleash that OSP to the public, so that the public can suffer the wrath. And if that is true, really, then I think that has been experienced in these 3 days Mandamano. Because you understand, there's a Taifa Leo in the front cover. There was this Kisumu citizen who was a 19-year-old student hailing from Kisumu, who was shot, nine gunshots. So all these were maybe meant to either maim him or just to finish him completely. So that's why in that article you see that there are 9 bullets that the doctors are trying to fight so hard to remove. They are struggling to remove the 9 bullets lodged in that 19-year-old student. So also, this wake of the realization that Ongetta has been released, Maurice Ongetta, now this confirms the allegation that the whole idea was to just to prevent Raila Amolo Odinga from moving completely, from executing. Okay, that worked according to the planners, but according to the demonstrators, this is a very bad image, especially to the international community. Earlier on, we saw BBC. BBC portrayed this picture, showcased this picture globally, and it was not a good thing to the government, because it is again putting the government at loggerheads with the common people, and saying that right now, if you do anything, you can be nabbed, you can be abducted, anything can be done. Also, yesterday you saw something very bizarre happen to the court when the lawyers of Babu Owino, when they were due to make a cash bail payment, then they were literally stopped from doing that. You saw unfortunate pictures of journalists being chased out of the courts. The media were chased out of the court. Also, later on we saw a circular from the courts saying that the press are supposed to be given the freedom that they enjoy in this constitution. So, ladies and gentlemen, this issue of Ongetta sums up the narrative that the target was to contain Raila Amolo Odinga's movement. Yesterday, you saw something bizarre also from the former Vice President, Kalonzo Musyoka. The allegations were also that he was put under house arrest. At night, there was also this talk of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and the alleged police. No clear evidence whether they were police, but that is what was said. They identified themselves as the people from the force, that they had gone there to search for illegal guns, whether Jomo was in possession of illegal guns. So all these things, all these scenarios, they boil to the narrative that the state machinery were being misused. As I think that is what I can say as far as my opinion is concerned. We all have our own opinions to all this, but as to whether this thing will still continue, it's just a matter of time. You remember there's a time there, William Ruto said that this issue of illegal arrests is Itaisha completely with this regime
that you've appointed. How do you explain that, and what is the agenda of the government moving forward to ensure that there will be no such kind of activities?
Let me repeat, for the avoidance of doubt, there will be no extrajudicial killings in the government of Kenya under my administration. Yeah, that is a chapter we must close and weld and bolt and put it behind us. The police, I have sat down with the command of the police from the IG downwards, and we have agreed that they will operate within the law.
Maybe he will still do it. Maybe by night now we know that that has not been done, but maybe in future he will come back to the promise that he made that illegal arrests will not be made. I want to emphasize here, ladies and gentlemen, that Maurice Ongetta is just like any other Kenyan who was working as a private, as a security, private security of Raila Amolo Odinga. So because he's working as a security, he ought to have been given his right as a Kenyan citizen who is working. Imagine you're going to work and then you're nabbed somewhere along the way and bundled into your own car and being like some kind of abduction for like a maximum or a minimum of 3 days. Nothing can be heard from you. Your family do not know where you are. It is just prayers all over, people praying that maybe you're alive. Imagine being faced with that kind of situation. How does it feel? That you can tell me below the comment section there. Just tell me what you think about that feeling that you would have if you're like what you going through, what Maurice Ongetta has gone through. So ladies and gentlemen, as you tell us your comment below the comment section there, I would like to remind any viewer who has not subscribed to this channel to please consider supporting YOLENO TV by simply subscribing down there. There's a button there, the subscribe button. Just subscribe if you're not subscribed before. Also, I'd like to urge you to like this video. If you like this video, it trends, gets shared to so many other people. So very important, ladies and gentlemen, for you to like this video. You hit that notification bell. If you do that, that is so important also to you, so that every time we upload any video, you will always become that first person to get the notification. So ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.